Hi everyone! Audient has teamed up with SonarWorks to create the Oria Mini, a compact room correction system. It sits between your audio interface and the speakers, analyzing and fixing your room acoustic imperfections, giving you a reliable sound that you can trust while mixing and producing, even in a tricky room. Let's look at the technical details first. The Audient Oria Mini comes in 4 different bundles. The Complete Bundle, the Add-on Bundle, the Oria Mini Hardware Only Bundle, and the Sound ID Reference Add-on Bundle. Here I have the room correction hardware, a measurement microphone with adapter, and a USB-C cable. The Oria Mini features real-time room calibration processing, integration with SonarWorks Sound ID reference, and up to 4 calibration profiles stored for direct access on board. It works with any speakers, including 2.1 setups, and supports both TRS analog as well as SPDIF digital inputs, with 127 dB dynamic range, 32-bit conversion technology, ultra-low latency, and onboard EQ, delay, trim, and bass management. It gives you precise sound wherever you mix. When you're mixing or producing music at home, chances are your room is affecting what you hear, even if you have expensive monitors. Walls, floors, or furniture can reflect, resonate, or absorb sound unevenly. That means your mixes might sound great in your studio, but completely different on other systems, headphones, car speakers, or in a club. This is where room correction software comes in. It measures how your speakers interact with the space and adjusts the sound of your speaker setup to hear a more accurate and neutral signal. Now let's look at how to set up the Oria Mini and how to take measurements of your room using the measurement microphone. At first, connect the Oria to your computer using the USB-C cable. That powers it up. Then plug in your input source, for example your audio interface or mixer. You've got TRS input for analog sources, or you can use the optical SPDIF port for digital sources. After that, you can select which input is active in the Oria controlled desktop software. Now you connect the outputs to your stereo speakers, and if you are using a subwoofer, hook that up too. When you connect your Oria Mini, it's a good idea to check for firmware updates. Now let's take a look at the unit itself. The profile button lets you switch between your top 4 favorite profiles stored on the Oria Mini, so you can quickly adjust your calibration for different setups. You can also use the profile button to bypass the DSP or put the unit into standby. I will now start with the room measurement, and here you can see the microphone. This is the measurement microphone that comes with the package. I also have a measurement tape because I need this to confirm the distance between the speakers. Here you see the Sound ID reference software, and with this software I can make the measurements. First I need to add a new output, so I go here. And then I select my output source. So this is my sound card. And you see here left and right, and I can play a test signal. It goes like this.
Left, right.
And then I say here, add output. So now I go here, select your calibration profile. So I can make different ones, but I want to make a new speaker profile. Here you can assign a channel for your setup. My audio interface is my Soundcraft. Now I go next. So first we need to measure the listening spot. So I go now to next. And I need to make a speaker volume adjustment. So I play a test tone.
Please adjust the volume of your output device. My voice should
So they
sound
need
at
to be
normal
on conversational
volume.
level.
Left speaker. Right speaker. Please adjust the volume of your output device.
Yeah, so I think this is good. Yes, my volume is set. So you clear out anything you could bump into. So I have that already done. Here, hold the measurements microphone in your hand or use a stand if that is more convenient. So mine is here on a stand. Keep the microphone in the center of the listening spot. So I need to put this over here. Adjust the mic to the level of where your ears are and point the microphone between your speakers. So I will do this now. Normally I sit here. So I will now go to the next page. Now I need to set the gain for the microphone. And I will do it like this. So you go here and then you say start adjusting. Good, so now this is good. Then I go to the next. Select your system of measurements. I say metric. Here is the speaker distance measurement. So don't stand between your speakers during the measurement process, and hold the microphone 1 to 2 centimeters away from your speakers. So like this. So I say, got it. So for this measurement, I need to take the mic in my hand. So I use it like this, and I will stand like this.
Stay where you are. Measurements in progress. Left speaker done.
Good. Now I need to go to the right one, so I do it like this.
Right speaker done.
So we view dimensions. So now I check if the distance between left and right is correct, and I can adjust this here. I'm actually on 120. So I go a little bit up, then I go to next. So now I need to check the listening spot position. Normally I sit here, and this is also good. So I check now from here till here. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, that's also correct. Now I will start with the room frequency response measurement. I have now the microphone in my hands because I need to follow this dot with 37 measurements. And it's a little bit easier doing this in my studio by hand. So I start the measurement now. So now the measurement is completed, and then I go to the next stage. Here you can see the result of the room measurement. So this is for the left speaker, and this is for the right speaker. And this will make then the correction on my speakers. So I go now to save and finish. So I call them mains. And then I save the profile. So now I want to import my Sound ID profile into the Oria control software, and I do it like this. So open reference app. Now I can go here, export preset to device. So now I can select my device, and I go here to the Oria Mini. And here I can make a direct transfer. So I click next. And I say here, create a new profile. I call this mains, save profile. Here we have the Oria control software itself, so I will explain it a little bit. You can see here the mains. This is now the imported profile that we just made with SonarWorks. And this is now on my number 1 preset on the hardware device. So you can have up to 4 different presets that you have on the hardware device, and you can click through it. But you have space for up to 32 profiles, and you also have the possibility to use your own profiles. So you see here speaker monitoring. So I have an input source. You can click here on line. I'm using line, but you can also use the digital one, the SPDIF one. Here you see the speaker volume. Mine is fully open on 0 dB because I'm using 2 different speaker setups, and I use a monitor controller. Over here I can mute my system. I can listen in mono, I can dim it, or I can phase flip it. These are the levels. You see here the left and right speaker. You can also use a sub. And here you see your speaker groups, and I can also mute. So now I have my speaker setup, and because I'm imported now my SonarWorks EQ, you can see it already here. So now we go to profile setup, and here you see a speaker profile trim. This is then needed when you have different profiles and you want to level match them. So if one profile is less loud than the other, you can adjust this with this speaker profile trim. If you don't want to use the SonarWorks EQs, you can also use the ones from the Oria control. So here's for your left speaker. This one is for your right speaker. You see it here, and also for your sub. So you have here also system settings. And here with the dim settings, you can then adjust how much the volume drops when dim is active. This is the crossover attenuation, and this lets you reduce the subsignal from 0 to -10 dB. This is the global delay, and that adds time to all outputs, perfect for syncing audio with video. Here you see the remotes, and with remotes you can then approve the devices that you want to use for remote control over the Oria Mini. So I had a listen now with some music, so I definitely could hear a difference, and the sound was more balanced. So my first measurement, I have now 100%. Maybe you find that too much for your room correction. You also have the possibility to lower it, and I will show you how that works. So you open the Sound ID reference again. I enable it because I need to go into this window, and you see here dry red is 100. So, and this is quite a lot of correction, and I actually want to go less. So I go to 50%. And after this, I say calibration off. And then I say export preset to device. So I go here and I go again to my Audient Oria Mini, and I make the next profile. So here's now my second profile. And this way you also can make more profiles, and then you see which one you like the best for your room. The Oria Mini gives me a more balanced sound in my studio, and I can finally hear my mixes with confidence. What I love most is that it has no latency, and I don't need any additional software on my master bus. For me, it's the perfect hardware solution between my speakers. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.